Now we're going to do Spanish lace, and I want to show you what it looks like on this loom. This little section right in here in the green, that's the Spanish lace. And you'll notice that I have a section here and here and here and here. And it's an open weave. A lot of these lace weaves are more open weaves, and this is an open weave structure. So this is what it's going to end up looking like, and now I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to push that loom out of the way, and I'm going to show you on this loom. Now, notice that I have a piece of paper in here, and this piece of paper has actually divided my warp into 3 sections, and it happens to be equal sections. They don't need to be equal, but they can be equal. One of the reasons I divided them into these sections with this piece of paper is that this is where we're going to weave our first section of Spanish lace. I'm going to weave over and back and over and back and over, and then I'm going to move on to the next section. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me weave this section. And I'm just going over one, under one, over one, under one, and I'm just manipulating it with my needle. Okay? Just going to pull it. Don't beat it down really hard. If you beat it down too hard, you'll lose the lovely effect of the Spanish lace. So again, here's my little section. I'm going to pay attention to my weave structure and do the opposite of the row before. Over one, under one, over one, under one. Beat it down with my needle or my little fork. Again, come across the other way. Trying not to pull too tightly. Beating it down. Beat that down a little bit too hard, so I'm just going to pull it up with my needle. Come back the other way. Oops. Sorry about that. Sometimes you lose your thread out of the eye of the needle. Okay, now I'm doing 5 rows. I'm on my 4th row, and I'm going to go back. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my 5th row in this little section. I'm pulling. Okay, now I'm going to weave on to my next section. And here's my next section. Now, one of the things that I can do, a little trick here, I'm going to use my sword or another piece of paper, push that piece of paper up, push that piece up. Now I can see this is the section that I'm weaving in. I look down here, and this thread is going to travel from this section down here. And I have to pay attention to my weaving structure. I need to go over this thread, under, over, under, over, under, over. Whoops, and there I'm to the end of this little section. And I'm going to watch here because I'm going to give this a lot of thread as I come down. Okay, so I'm moved from this section. I'm going to pull that a little bit, give myself a little bit more thread, but that's a little bit too much. Pull that down. Okay, now I think you can imagine that I'm going to thread my needle again, and I'm still weaving in this section, going back the other direction. Beat that down. Now I will just continue weaving across, back, and back, and then I will move down to this section and finish another section of Spanish lace.